As I'm sure you've heard, Justice Stephen Breyer is retiring from the Supreme Court. So yesterday, President Biden confirmed his campaign promise to nominate the first black woman ever to fill the seat. He also said the person will have, quote, extraordinary qualifications, character, experience, and integrity. Now, some on the right are saying this is identity politics on steroids. In fact, I'm already reading a lot of our viewers' comments who are on both sides. And others on the left are worried that any eventual nominee will now have to face critics who say they've only been chosen because of their identity rather than their credentials. All right, so what do you think of Biden's campaign promise, Erica, and what do you think of the criticism?
I don't know if it necessarily had to be a campaign promise, but I definitely feel like it had to be done. In terms of identity politics, this is always so interesting. Anytime that there is a person that's qualified as a minority group, whether that be woman or person of color, then all of a sudden they're getting the job because they're a minority or person of color, but we never talk about the original identity politics, which has always protected white men. Why? Because they have been the most protected constituency historically, because they were the first to be allowed to vote. So as we're getting to the highest court in the land, of course, the court should reflect the actual demographics of our country. Now, in terms of her having an asterisk by her name, she was going to have the asterisk anyway, because people were always going to question if she deserved that spot or if she got it because she was a black female, whether Biden said it or not. I can tell you this much. When you see a black woman in a seat of any capacity, especially of authority, rest assured that she is overly qualified to be there, because black women and women of color, women in general, are always subjected to the most scrutiny. So yes, all the I's will be dotted, all the T's will be crossed, and I have no doubt that whoever takes that seat will absolutely be more than qualified, actually more qualified than some of the people who are sitting on the Supreme Court right now.
Okay, so before Jeff and Tori chime in, we are getting so many comments. I want to read Willow. Willow's kind of echoing your sentiment, Erica. Everyone should be represented. I can't believe I have to explain this. But then we have Ileana, and I have other viewers writing similar responses. Tori, what would you say to this? Ileana says presidents should choose a Supreme Court justice based on qualifications, not on race or gender.
First off, he's not going to some random black woman and saying, hey, do you want to be on the Supreme Court? Trevor Noah made a great joke about this last night. He's obviously going to pick someone that is very, very well qualified. So I don't think you need to worry about him being random about that. Second off, though, as Erica said, a Supreme Court is a jury of your peers, and it's the highest of the land. It should reflect the land. There's never been a black woman on it. That's insane. In 1980, Ronald Reagan promised that a woman would be on the court. This is exactly the same thing, but at least accepting and allowing some representation of how Joe Biden got there, and that is the black female vote. So let's not forget that. Now, do I think he should have said it as a campaign promise or just done it? I could argue that. I could say maybe he should have just done it and not said it so we don't have this topic of debate. But he also owed black women a lot. And so I think he had to put that on his campaign as a promise.
Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, listen, I got to agree with Erica. If she says she's overqualified, I take Erica's word for it. I don't know a lot about the Supreme Court. I know Brett Kavanaugh's on there, and he likes to drink beer. That's about my knowledge of the Supreme Court. So I don't know. I got to take people's word for it. Here's my thing with it. Just looking on it, you said the people on the right are saying this. I don't even know if we need to go there. But if I'm looking at it from a political point of view, we're saying Joe Biden appointed this woman. Good on you, Joe. Way to go. Had Donald Trump done the same thing, would we say, way to go, Donald Trump, or you're using this as a tool to try to get maybe different types of votes? Do you see where I'm coming from with
question.
This?
Final thought. And
I just think, go right to Reagan in 1980 when he promised a female would be on the court. He's as right-wing as they come, and he did it. People were fine. It should be fine now.
All right.
But if Trump did it, would we be fine?
Probably. Well, he did do it.
He's specifically with a black woman becoming a Supreme Court.
Oh, a black woman?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't even know if we need to go there.
I think
neither here nor there at this point.
So, Jeff, because you're right, people are looking to. No, I agree. I said I think you bring up an interesting point. A lot of people are quick to perhaps slam or criticize Donald Trump while not applying that same criticism to their, well, maybe not even just to Biden, but to their own political party.
Yeah, Trump always stands out for me as like someone who's always going to be really politicized.
Yeah. All right.